I just can't.
108 degrees?
Yeah, well, of course. Well, it depends on what season it is, where the sun is.
It's a fair
Mercury
point.
can be in retrograde. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Let's go. Presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
Miller time. 6:30. Miller time.
It's Saturday night at the DNVR bar, man. Things could not be better. We are in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Do yourself a favor, hop in the Toyota chat along with everybody, including our homie, Justin of the Wild, who just joined the supporters club.
Oh, hell yeah.
Has access to these emojis. Also, by the way, he just said this in the chat. He is watching this from an RV in the woods, in the wilderness of Georgia.
Does that mean, you know what?
Wow.
That's a vibe.
He's pandering to you, man.
I mean, then he told me there's all kinds of owls out
Hold on.
there. What the hell?
Is this a plant?
He's at home.
Hold on. Does this mean we need to take everyone's username literally and like Justin of the Wild?
I know, exactly. He's literally of the wild.
So, yeah, Rob Nuggs. What's going on, man?
There you go. Great show for you lined up because I like the topic. This is like a miniature podcast.
It is in many ways a miniature or a full-size podcast. Not all podcasts are the same.
Fun-sized podcast. Help me out with it. Harrison Wind.
I'm hyped for tonight, man. Home opener. Suns are in town. Must win. Second game of the season. I cannot wait for tonight.
I cannot wait for tonight either. I'm excited to see my Nuggets play well. D-Line Co.
That's right, guys. I was just trying to click on our show on YouTube, and I almost clicked on the Suns show because it had a picture of Jokic on it.
PHNX.
They
put Jokic on. They're trying to steal our people. They knew what the score was. They're like, all right, give Jokic on there. It's going to be great. Rounding out the show, Superstar Dev.
I think that you should watch the PHNX.
Yeah, I'm going to watch.
They almost got you to
You should
click.
probably get some comments on it.
Okay,
and
I'm
things
going to
like
do that, actually. I'm going to be in their
Hop
chat.
in there. So you're in for some pain tonight, boys.
Hey, guys.
It's the home opener. I'm ready for it to happen. It's time to get your first win of the season, and why not do it on the home court?
We're going to talk a lot about that home court because it is a storyline. But first, let's get some game notes from Harrison Wind.
David Adelman talking about the loss to the Warriors a couple days ago. He said he was most disappointed in the defensive communication, specifically on the final couple Warriors possessions. That's kind of what stood out to him about the end of that game and where the Nuggets kind of let go of the rope. Looking ahead to tonight, talking about Cam Johnson, struggled in that opener. He said, look, the shot's going to fall with Cam. He's gotten really good looks. We know what he is. So nobody's really stressing about Cam Johnson.
Oh, I wouldn't say nobody.
Well, nobody.
Have you talked to D-Line?
Nobody with the Nuggets.
Have you seen a vote in the chat? in the group chat?
I definitely have.
Michael Porter will dribble the ball well, and he's like, "Oh my god, what is going on right now?"
Here's what I'll tell you guys. Even though when you ceremoniously bury them, agendas never die. You're just waiting for the slightest moment.
I was actually excited for that one to go away, and I was like, "Oh, dang it. It's actually morphed into a worse agenda.
It's the worst.
We should have never gotten rid of him." We're like, "Oh, my God." And that's because they almost won the other night. The Nets did, but nonetheless.
They almost did. Porter did have a
He played really well. He looked good.
And then this was maybe the most interesting thing David Adelman said. He was talking about the bench. He goes, look, bench played really well. That was one of the big standout things about that Warriors game. But, Julian didn't play. He could play 20 minutes tonight. It could be a different guy in that spot every night. Jalen Pickett could play. It's going to be different players on different nights. So I don't think the bench, especially that 10th spot, is set in stone by any means. It could be a different guy based on the team, based on the matchup.
Who do we think it is tonight?
I could see it being Strawther and not Spencer Jones. Because if you look at the Suns, is there really anybody for him to guard other than Booker? I mean, Booker's a guy, but
Ryan Dunn.
Probably not. I'm not going to lie. I don't care about the 10th man right now. I want the Nuggets starters. I want the Nuggets rotation guys to look good in the game before I start thinking about if Julian Strawther's playing tonight or not.
Yeah, we got to eat our dinner before we can start talking about dessert, guys.
You know what I mean? I just can't. I can't look that far ahead.
Well, I don't blame you.
Well, what are you looking for tonight, Dev?
I mean, you already talked about it to start. Harrison, he told a fib when he said nobody is worried about Cam Johnson. I think we're all worried about Cam Johnson. We want to see if that's something that, looks good, or if that was a trade worth happening, So I really do think that it's about getting him comfortable, just getting him to look like he's part of this team. And this is another opportunity for that. So I want to see if that comes together.
Yeah. I mean, it's the guys that didn't show last night.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Christian Brown. It's Cam Johnson. It's Nikola Jokic. What the hell is going on, dude? I had the revelation this morning. I told you guys already. I just came to realize all of a sudden, it's BJ, bro. It's before Jokic. This is a scheduled downtime for Nikola Jokic.
Wait, what are we in right
all
now?
Forgot. We're all in BJ malaise. We're in a malaise brought on by BJ before Jokic. And we're used to this, but we have forgotten about our rhythms of the earth, our rhythms of the universe, because we just have such higher aspirations. But you can't escape yourself.
I am looking for all those things. I'm looking for Nuggets defense tonight because I think that the Warriors are just a tough team to cover. Steph Curry every now and then gets really hot, gets red hot. I think Jokic's defense wasn't great. His conditioning wasn't great. But tonight I want to see team defense. Like the Suns can be stopped. It's not like the Warriors are really tough. The Suns can be stopped. So you're on your home court. Play some defense.
They have a couple injuries. Jalen Green isn't playing. He didn't play in their first game either, or first two games. And Mark Williams is also out. They played
the Jokic stopper.
The Jokic stopper is out. They played the Clippers last night and got killed. Yeah. So they're on a back-to-back already.
I'll bet that's the other thing. On the second night of a back-to-back, like, come on, guys,
bro. I got to tell you, man. Like, we're gonna have to, if this doesn't go well.
We're running in traffic.
I'm just telling you, man.
It truly does have to go well. Second night of a back-to-back. They're missing their center.
And their theoretical best scorer, or second best scorer at least.
And they're just not that good of a team. So, like, you really do have to figure it out. And you have to make examples out of certain teams. You have to kickstart the season. And there's no better opportunity than right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a game where Jokic should absolutely eat tonight. I mean, they're starting Booker, Grayson Allen, Brooks, Ryan Dunn, and Iguodala. I mean, they don't have a backup center behind him other than Nick Richards. He should have it easy tonight.
I do love that his name is Oso, though.
Oso Iguodala?
Oso's just a cool name, man. That's a really
You
cool
just
name.
like the Oso Blanco.
I do like the Oso Blanco. That's my guy. Yeah. Let's move on to our next topic here. What is a fair timeline, in your estimation, D-Line, for Nikola Jokic to be in shape? I mean, from what we saw last night, I know you're saying, 2 weeks ago. But I'm saying from what we saw last night, where are you going to draw the line and say, I'm not going to worry about it until here?
I mean, I'm saying, like, he's...
2 weeks?
Jokic.
Jokic!
That's what it is, man.
2 months?
Well, he himself drew a line in the sand for Jamal Murray. He said 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's going to, or 20 games.
20 games, yeah, 20 games.
So 20 games. Like, hopefully it comes before that, but...
Man, you're really settling in.
I am, because I have been through this before, guys. I've got battle scars to show you if you want to see them. They're in sensitive areas, and it's just, I don't know, this just happens all the time. He didn't look like he couldn't move, but that game specifically was a really high-paced, high-energy game, and at the end of it, and actually towards the end of it, it's just like it really stuck out that he wasn't quite in the flow with everyone else. I imagine he'll look better in this game. I don't really see this as a high-flying run-and-gun squad. But, I mean, I guess you got to take him at his word and say 20 games is where you have to look for a guy to be out of shape to get in shape.
Where do you draw the line, Deb? I think he's being a little generous here.
Yeah, I think he was being generous. I
mean, like, what's or what? What happens?
Or what? Or else we're going to hold him accountable. Or else we're all going to hold Jokic accountable if he doesn't. If it's not within.
I'm setting my expectations. That's all.
I don't think there's an actual timeline on getting in shape. I think it's more about effort. Like, I think that if he played harder, if he played, was more involved defensively, if he tried to score more, we wouldn't care about how he looked, because people haven't been talking about his shape until it went bad. We saw skinny Jokic, we saw heavy Jokic, we saw him win MVP, as both. So I really do think that it's more of an effort thing. So I want Jokic to just be locked in, and I wouldn't care about the shape thing, because I don't think that it's a timeline for that. I just think that if you're gonna be known as the best player in the world, you need to look like the best player in the world right now.
So yours is tonight. Like, we got to see a
right
better
now.
Yoke tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
What about you?
I would say 10 games max. You know, it seems like everybody else is coming to training camp in preseason and the season in pretty good shape. You know, Yoke's got to carry the rope too. Like, he's got to be in shape also.
Yeah.
I mean, he sets the example for this team in every way, shape, and form. So I think it's got to happen sooner than later.
I think shape comes a little sooner. I'm going to be closer to Dev in that I do think there's some of this is effort, not necessarily conditioning. And I do think that it's not like he's completely out of shape, right? He's played a game. He had a triple-double. But I think maybe 3 or 4 more games. I'm like, you know what, 3 or 4 more games. Push yourself these next ones. You'll be there. You'll be good enough at that point. So I think that's it. All right, what about this one? I'll start with you, Wind. Fair timeline for Cam Johnson to get going. How many games of grace period does he have before you say, all right, we need to see good games consistently?
I would say, like, a couple weeks. Then I'll start to get worried. And that's when I think, the fan base will really start to get worried too. If it doesn't happen, within that same kind of timeline, 10 games or so.
Yeah.
I do think it takes a little bit to adjust playing with Jokic and adjust playing in this system. But I mean, Cam's a smart player. He's a good player. Like, he's really talented. He's played different roles on different teams before. It shouldn't take that long. I feel like, yes, there's an adjustment period, but it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah. I love, by the way, that Zingate won't go away. Even though it's like very clear what has happened, this audio compressor.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Is it clear?
We still don't really know.
People are like, he's got an upper decker in right now? Kind of feel like he does.
I don't even know what the flavors are, guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Dev,
You burned your taste buds
Cam
out.
Johnson, like, how long is the grace period?
I'm gonna say like 5 games. Like,
Okay.
I'm not giving it like weeks at a time. I think it's just about playing and getting part of the rotation. But also, Cam Johnson is not a rookie that is trying to learn a completely different, like, get up to speed and things like that of the NBA. He's been successful in this league before, and he's also getting some really open looks. He's also getting to play alongside an unselfish bunch that wants him to shoot the ball, wants him to be part of the offense, wants him to be able to cut and make plays. It's not like he's getting relegated to the LeBron James, you guys just sit in the corner and knock down every single shot, and if you're not making a shot, then what can we do for you? Like, he's able to be a basketball player, and that's what we've all said that he was. Like, that was the calling card for him. So I just feel like it's about just getting more into that. But I'm not giving this long 2-week window. I want to see it now. I want everybody to start playing how they're supposed to, because the good teams, they're starting right now.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are a good team. Show us.
I mean, and I was thinking about this too. His role changed dramatically when he went to Brooklyn. He was the number 1 guy. He's got the weird no leash that Michael Porter Jr. is currently experiencing. But he did play this role with the Phoenix Suns. He had Chris Paul orchestrating things. He wasn't like the number 1 scorer. He and Mikal Bridges were in the corners waiting for. I mean, it's not like I just don't really understand the idea that there's something so dramatically different about waiting for the ball to come and then knocking down the shot when it finds you. It's like. But I don't think we're going to be talking about this in a couple weeks. I do, like, if I were to predict, and I will predict, I think he's going to have a great game tonight. I really think there's going to be the game where it just clicks and, like, everyone shuts up and his mind shuts up and he just goes forth and knocks down shots because, like, that's what he does. He's a basketball player that's done this his whole life.
I will say David Adelman seemed to disagree with you, saying that he felt that his role in Denver is somewhere in between the role in Brooklyn and here. And he went on to say, like, technically...
What the hell does he know?
Well, he was talking like technically. He was like, the style they play in Brooklyn and the style they play, both very different from us. We're somewhere in the middle of those two. But I also agree with you in that I think that, for me, I think there is a grace period because there is something to just the rhythm of the game. I'm going to say I think he needs to have, it's not like he can have all bad games.
Right.
But I do think that 2 weeks into the season, you want to see it look a little bit more natural and be like, okay, it looks like he's part of the offense. This last game, he had open looks. He didn't take drive awkward.
Yeah.
He pitch it back to Yoke. It's like, all right, those I'll give you a week and a half, 2 weeks. But
also, when it like finds him, I want to have that feeling like, oh, you guys have effed up.
Oh, you
let
screwed up.
Cam get that ball. You
Don't
effed
let him
up.
do it. Last one. How long for Peyton Watson to get comfortable bringing the ball up the court, Dev?
Just more minutes. This is actually a new role for him. So, there is a grace period for a guy that hasn't been able to, do it a lot. And also, they're not going to just put him in a spot where he's the primary ball handler. He's going to bring it up at times. But it's the second unit. How much time are they actually getting? So every time that he's playing this role in point guard, it just goes to showcase his versatility. I'll give him a couple of weeks.
No.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's got to happen right away. Otherwise, I just have always been confused by this as a viable option for the Denver Nuggets outside of just being like a safety valve. Jamal's getting tired. Somebody has to bring the ball up. It could be Christian. It could be Peyton.
Could be Bruce.
It could be anybody. But, the notion that he is going to be a de facto point guard to me has always been strange. So to me, he's got to turn it on right now. Otherwise, we just have to find something different.
So no leash there.
No leash.
Yeah, and he could get pressured tonight. Brooks, Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, Jordan Goodwin, who they bring in off the bench. All these guys are liable to pick up full court against the Nuggets bench unit. So he'll be tested again tonight.
This one for me, it really wasn't a story last game other than that very first play. And maybe that's why it wasn't a story, is the leash right now is one mistake.
Right.
Change things up. I'll say this. I was very disappointed in Peyton last game. Not because of the turnover, because I don't think he was ready to play. I don't know if it was not getting the contract, whatever it was, but he had such a good preseason, and he came to that game on his heels and kind of just was like this passive guy. He didn't have the shot. He didn't take a shot in 16 minutes.
Right.
Which is kind of wild. I hope he makes his presence known defensively tonight and just contributes in some way on offense. And if he doesn't, actually with him, I will say this. I will be nervous if he has another game where I feel like, what are you doing out there? Find a way to make an impact. If he has one more, I'll feel that way. But here's our top story, guys.
Uh-oh.
Last year, your Denver Nuggets were 26-15 at home. They were 24-17 on the road. Last year, they sucked at home.
Last year was weird. Remember last year?
We have mile-high altitude. Teams coming in like tonight, second night of a back-to-back. The year before, they were 33-8. Remember that year they won 57 games? Then they were 34-7 in 2023. Good records. Last year, they lost as many games as the 2 years combined. So tonight, you start a new one. Say, hey, if you're going to go 34-7 like in the championship year, you don't lose to teams like the Phoenix Suns.
No.
You're going to have to play Minnesota at home. You got all the good teams. You're not going to go. You're not going to lose to teams like this. But here's two differences I'm going to point out. Kale, bring up the first graphic.
Uh-oh. What do we got here?
One thing you can do. Bring up the first graphic. There it is. One of the things that is different about David Adelman. Look at that pickup point. The Nuggets are all the way at the top, a.k.a. all the way at the back farthest. Last year, they did not pick opponents up very high. In fact, they picked up opponents. They full court pressed.
Which direction are we
this
going?
This way. So, like, the teams come this way.
Last.
So they did not pick the ball up very much at all last year. Now, go to the next one, because we only have one line of data. That in the circle is every single Nuggets game last year in the average pickup distance. That one on the far right in the circle, that was against Golden State. Clearly, this is a difference for Denver, picking up full court. Why do you do that? It's exhausting to play with. So you have a team on a second night of a back-to-back. You're starting to extend your defense and saying, no, you're going to have to really grind these games out. I look at this and say, this is a recipe for winning games at altitude. Denver has to make this their identity. It sucks to come to Denver because they wear you out.
They do. And I love them playing, that level of defense, and I love them looking to run more, especially at home too.
Yeah.
The thing about that is you got to be in shape. You got to be in shape if you're picking guys up full court and then trying to run off misses every time. So I love the initiative by Adelman there. And this game again against the Suns, they don't really play with a point guard other than Colin Gillespie off the bench. They don't really have another true point guard in their lineup. So I would love to see that tonight.
Yeah, those are the things that made those George Karl teams special. Is the fact that they would just run you out of the gym. So much that they would say that it was cheating. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It was, because it truly is an advantage, and why not use your advantages? That's what peak competitive nature is just trying to use the best of what you have, and they have the altitude. They're able to just continue to run and run and run, and that's the importance of having the 10-man rotations. That's why it's important to have 10 guys that can go out there at all times, because then you're going to wear teams down. And you could also put it to where the defense or the opponents are going to come in and say, we're not playing against them at home. Yeah. Or second night of a back-to-back, we're sitting our guys. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. So I do hope that they get back into pushing that, because that's what other teams are doing to Denver. They're high pressuring, using their to their advantage. Now Denver has to use it back. So I do want them to get into that. And that's a pretty shocking graphic. Super cool graphic, but a shocking graphic, because that's not helping Denver.
Yeah. And this is how Christian Brown made his money last year, just leaking out, pushing the pace not only picking the guys up further up the court, but us running out, leaking out, getting passes down the court and just finishing at the rim. I mean, making the Phoenix Suns run should be on the menu tonight, because that's how you win in the Mile High, baby.
But it's not just running; it's also the defense, the picking up full court. And here's the thing: you know what else makes that more viable for a team? A 10-man rotation. This is why you play a guy like Julian Strawther or Spencer Jones or one of these guys. Is you say, hey, 3 minutes, all out. Devin Booker's going to have an 8-minute stint. You're going to have a 3-minute stint. In those 3 minutes, you need to be exhausted, because it means he's exhausted. Yeah. And that's why you do it. And guys, that's hard to do on any given night. But on the second night of a back-to-back at altitude when you're not adjusted, that should be a death sentence. And I hope it is, man.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
This is a scheduled loss for the Suns.
Got to be.
Like, this is a game where you go through the schedule and you go, okay, I'm going to circle this one. This is a scheduled loss.
I guarantee that if I was actually listening to the Suns show that I have up and not just having it up, I'm sure that they're like, man,
they're dreading tonight, as the Suns should.
Yeah. I'm sure that they're like, it's a tough place to play. There are games in the NBA that you don't necessarily expect to win.
I will say this. You know who I'm really excited for tonight? I mean, Yoke needs to be dominant just because they don't have a big, but Big Val. This should be a Big Val night as well. They don't have a big body. I know. And so you go to that second unit, and it's like, all right, we're posting this big dude up. Good luck with that. I would love to see Yoke and Big Val just beat them the hell up inside tonight. We might even see little double. What are we calling this?
We still need a real name.
We call
not
it
the Twin Towers.
The two towers. The two similar towers.
Two similar towers. Baltic and Balkan buddy ball.
The two European towers.
That's what I would love to see. Maybe it's going to make an appearance in this next segment.
Maybe.
Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, this one should be easier to bet. Easier, not easy.
This one should be easier to bet. And we're going to make some money in this game. This one, I don't know how this goes, so maybe you guys can fill me in with this one. If your team at any point goes up by 20 points, you win the bet, right?
Oh, man.
Is that if it goes money line? What if you do a spread bet? Do you have to do money line for that?
I think you have to do money line, yeah.
Because they're favored by 13 points. You might as well get a money line bet in, because then you would win the bet at that point.
I guess.
It does make a lot of sense over here. I don't get it.
I'm just saying.
Do we have a graph that can explain this in some way?
No, I'm not good with the graphs. But I would just think that at some point the Nuggets are going to go up by at least 20 points. So I would take that. They come in as 13-point favorites. Let's take the 13. I just think that they're going to be able to take care of business.
It's a lot of points.
I'm going to go over 234. Their defense just has not arrived quite yet. And I don't expect it to arrive right now. So I'm going to go over 234. For the Suns side of things, let's get their scores to score baskets. Devin Booker, his line is 26.5. If he plays for a long time, if they're not getting cooked by too much, I think that he's going to get 26.5.
They were really mad at him last night.
Exactly. There's only one way that they're going to be able to hang with teams, and that's with him scoring a lot of points. They don't have the guys for them to be able to do that. He needs to be a lot more aggressive. I'm sure he's going to try to be aggressive in this game. Give me the over 26.5. Dylan Brooks is over there. He had like 20 points, regular points last game. This one, he has a points, rebounds, and assists of 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He scores, he plays hard, and that's enough in this league. So he could get that in points alone. I would take the over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. On the Nuggets side, you know what we start with? We start with the three-pointers bet. The Nuggets have a sharpshooter on their team. He never misses.
Who's that?
So we're going to ride that hot hand. AG over 1.5 3-pointers.
Bro, this might be the bet this year where the books take like 2 weeks to catch on.
It's going to take too long for them. And also, I don't think you're ever going to be able to get it over 2.5.
I know.
You can't get it to 3.5. Like, this is one of those that is going to stay low. We're going to make a lot of money on AG 3-pointers this year. So
is he, by the way.
Exactly. Exactly. To stick to Aaron Gordon, I like the over 16.5 points. When you see that he had 50 points last game, seeing the number this low just does not make sense. You're just like, what? He averages 50 right now. Why would they put a line this low? Because no one knows. I'm going to go over 16.5 points. Christian Brown, he started hot last game, but he slowed down a bit. I think he has to be more active, more aggressive in this one. Let's go back to the well on it. Points plus rebounds at 17.5. I really like it. He just has to get more involved. He also needs to be a lot more involved defensively because he did not have that good of a game. So I think that when you're locked in on that end, you got to get a couple of more rebounds. So I like his points. I like his rebounds. Let's combine them. Jamal seen the floor well in that last game, and he hit the hot hand. And I think that that's what you're supposed to do. I think he's going to set a new career high in assists this year. So give me the over at 5.5 assists. Okay. It's plus money. Let's take that money from them. So I like that. My bench guy is Big Val. He just talked about it. This is a Big Val eats type of night, and he did it in the last game. Just didn't get that many minutes. I want him to score. I want him to play more minutes. I think he gets minutes this one. Let's go over 11.5 points plus rebounds for Big Val. Yoke was a force on the boards, and that'll likely continue. Give me over 11.5 rebounds for him. We got this last time pretty easily. And for our lock it in. Jokic over 49.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Okay.
They're guarding him with somebody that has no business guarding him. He might have a cool nickname. He also has no chance. The Suns are super small.
Wait, what's his nickname?
Oso.
That's pretty cool.
What's his actual name?
Probably Oso.
All right.
Maybe not. He shouldn't be guarding Jokic, and Jokic has to play a lot better. 49.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Just too easy. Let's get paid.
I love that. I'm here to get paid.
Let's get paid.
I like it, man. All right, getting those bets in right now. Got a couple super chats, Kale?
Johnny Keene will take time to gel. Tonight we will get the dub. Let's go. Big Honey, maybe Wood needs to give Yoke some zen. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to.
Bro, what if it helps him?
I don't think it's going to help him. I don't think so.
All right, well, listen, you're a man of principle. You're also a little bit selfish, but that's fine.
Nuggets versus Suns coming right up. We're going to head over to the watch-along set, which is right across from this set. I can see it over there.
Oh, there it is.
So click off of this one, hit the like button, and then go over to that one. We'll see you there.
Let's go.
We all silly like the mayor.